miracle? Stephanie, what are you talking about?
When I was at Angela's earlier today, something happened.
What?
Well, I was sitting with her talking to Todd, and something brushed across my hand. When I looked down, there was something that happened that was almost impossible to believe.
What was it?
Look, this is practically impossible to accept, much less try and explain this to you.
Stephanie, what happened? What did you see?
Angela moved her hand on top of mine.
She moved her hand?
Yes.
How?
I don't know. I think it was on her own power. I mean, when I looked over, her hand was on mine. No one had placed it there. I think she did. I know exactly what you're thinking, Eric.
What I'm thinking is that this is just the sort of thing that you and I have hoped and prayed for. But, Stephanie, there are certain realities here.
I know this is impossible. I know little babies born with this condition don't get better. I know all of those realities. But this is a different reality. Something happened in that room today.
Stephanie, Angela has had involuntary movements before.
Oh, Eric, she's had thousands of them, but those are spastic movements. They're harsh. They're just reflexes. This was different. This was different. This was very deliberate, purposeful, as though she was trying to touch my hand, as though she was reaching out to me, as though my little baby was trying to reach me.
What happened today, Todd? It was nothing like I thought it would be.
You mean with Stephanie?
The way she reacted when I put my hand on her. The effect it had on her.
Well, she loves you very much.
She loves her daughter, Todd.
She believes you are her daughter.
If only I could be that person.
You are, Angela, in every way that counts. You are Stephanie Forrester's daughter.
To be Angela Forrester. What it would mean to truly be that person.
Angela, you are that person.
But to be healthy, normal, and a part of that family. What an incredible life that would be. All the love those people have for me.
This is the first time I've heard you talk about love this way.
It would mean so much to her if I really would get better. If only I could do that for her. My God, what that would do for me. It truly would be a miracle.
Who else called, Trish? No kidding. I guess we did something for the royal family last year, huh? Who else? Well, just make sure I get those lists when I come in tomorrow, and I'll be here if anything else happens. Great. Well, thank you. You're right. It was a showing not to be forgotten. All right, talk to you tomorrow. Showing never to be forgotten.
Donna, hi.
Hi. I'm glad I caught you.
I've been trying to get in touch with you.
Oh, well, I should change my address to the university library.
Oh, you're really booking it, huh?
Day and night, it seems.
You're becoming quite the student.
More like the great escape artist.
Why don't you tell me what's going on in your life? I am your sister, and nobody loves you like I do.
Hey, you have enough problems of your own. Besides, nothing is going on in my life. Maybe that's the problem. Anyway, how about you? How are you doing?
Well, everything is looking really good.
The pregnancy?
I went to the doctor, and he did an ultrasound.
And?
And the heartbeat is definitely very strong.
Brooke, I am so relieved.
Well, I've been trying to get in touch with you to tell you about it, but I couldn't find you. So.
Well, now you know where to reach me. So the baby's fine.
Yeah. So far it is.
Are you still spotting?
Very, very slightly. But Dr. Madigan says that some women do bleed a little bit, you know. So.
And Rich?
Rich, he's actually very wonderful.
So he's not upset anymore?
No, he's been very supportive. But of course, I haven't seen him very much for the past few weeks.
Right, the fall showing.
Yeah. Which was today, and which I hear was a monumental success.
Well, that's great. Now the fun begins.
What fun?
Brooke, I'm sure you haven't forgotten. Something Ridge said he'd sit down and discuss after the fall showing. A little matter of a wedding date?
It's very interesting to hear you talk this way about Stephanie, the Forresters.
I've always liked them. Only now, after what's happened here today, Stephanie really does deserve a miracle. After all she has been through.
What are you talking about?
These past few months when she and her husband have come to visit me here, they've talked about things, Todd. Serious things. Do you remember when Ridge was shot?
Of course I remember. It was a very difficult time for Stephanie and Eric.
And what made it even worse, the person who shot Ridge, it was his brother.
What?
That's right, Todd. Thorne Forrester shot Ridge. Eric and Stephanie have discussed it right here in front of me a number of times. The evening that it happened, I guess Thorne overheard something that Eric and Stephanie were talking about. It upset him, and he went out to a bar for a couple drinks. Only earlier, he'd taken a sleeping pill. He came home from the bar, he found his mother's gun, and he shot his brother.
No, I can't believe it.
That's not all, Todd. Thorne doesn't even remember doing it.
He doesn't remember.
I guess the combination of pills and alcohol somehow affected his memory.
So that's why she was asking all those questions about drugs and alcohol, of course.
Eric and Stephanie are the only ones that know about this. And now, you and me. Can you imagine living with that all this time? The pressure she must be under, thinking that Thorne might ever remember that he shot his brother? And why he did it?
No, not Stephanie.
She really does deserve something good in her life, Todd. And I could give her that. And to be Angela Forrester, living in Beverly Hills with that family. My God, how happy that would make me too.
I want to see this. I want to go down there with you.
All right.
I'm going to have Ridge handle the press conference.
Wait, Eric. You can't do that. This is your show. These are your designs. I'll go down to the house in Santa Monica, and I'll just wait for you to come down.
Fine, that's what we'll do. Stephanie. More than anything in the world, I would like to believe that what you and I have hoped and dreamed for has happened. But we have to keep our feet on the ground. It's very, very unlikely that Angela will ever recover.
I know it's 1,000,000,000 to 1 shot. But mothers grab at odds like those. She was 1,000,000,001 baby to begin with.
Yes, you're right. Ridge did promise me that, didn't he?
Uh-huh. As if you'd forgotten about it.
Actually, I was on my way home to see him right now.
Well, then, so you can talk about it tonight. Your wedding date.
Oh, Donna, I don't know.
What don't you know?
Well, he's been working day and night for the past few weeks, and he's probably exhausted. I really don't want to bug him.
Brooke, talking about a wedding date isn't something that should bug a guy. It ought to be fun. You get out a calendar, maybe a nice bottle of champagne. You decide what you both want. You ought to have a ball with this.
Yeah, you're right. I've been treating this like it's some big major task when it really shouldn't be that at all.
No, it's just the opposite. Make this something really special.
Yes. Now that is right up my alley. I'll do that. Look, I gotta run. You're beautiful. I'll see you later, okay? Oh, here.
Wow. Look out, Ridge Forrester.
Have you thought about what it would mean to be a normal, healthy member of that family?
No, but I'm sure you have.
Ridge, Thorne, Kristen. I'd always thought about them as being gods and goddesses, but I would be their equal, their sister, with as much claim to their parents' affection and love as they would have.
Hello.
Hello, Todd.
Oh, hi, Stephanie.
Listen, I'm in the car and I'm on the way down there. Is she up?
Yes, she's up.
Has there been any change
Change?
from what happened earlier?
No, it hasn't happened again.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess I'll just have to wait and see. I'll be down shortly.
All right, we'll see you.
Why didn't you tell her it happened again? That I had had some sort of movement or something.
Angela, you moved too far and too fast with this, and she's going to get suspicious. There's no doubt in my mind about that. She is a very bright woman. She's as sharp as they come.
But she loves me, Todd. She loves me. And she wants me to get better so badly I can feel it. She would never suspect me. She won't. I am giving her exactly what she wants.
Angela, I suggest you keep in mind that you are not her real daughter.
But she thinks I am. We're talking love, Todd. The love of a mother for her daughter, her sick daughter. And if she thinks that that daughter's going to get better, oh, Todd, she would be so thrilled. I'd better go get ready. It's miracle time again.
I dreaming?
Much, much better than a dream.
How much better?
Did that ever happen to you in a dream?
Oh, it may have.
Oh, yeah?
Once, yeah.
Well, what about this?
How's she been?
Well, she's fine, same as always.
You think this is ridiculous, don't you?
Ridiculous? Certainly not.
But highly unlikely.
Virtually impossible, Stephanie.
But I know what I saw. What I saw, I've never experienced with Angela before. I think something may have happened. I really think something significant may have happened here.
It almost feels like old times.
Come on, it hasn't been that long.
Well, it just seems that way.
I feel like someone who's just run a marathon and won. Exhausted, like I haven't slept for days. Yet delirious, like I've got enough energy for the rest of the night.
Lucky me.
You seem pretty stoked up yourself tonight.
Well, it's a big day. The Forrester showing is finally over.
And what a showing it was, right?
Right.
Let me hear about you.
Me?
Yeah. Bikini, champagne, all things fine and delicious.
Well, I just wanted the best for you tonight.
Yeah? Vintage 1984.
And vintage 1964.
Great year.
Like I said, the best. I saw Kristen earlier. She was in a real high.
You should have seen her. She was out of this world.
Must have been some dress.
Dad really outdid himself on that one.
Too bad she's already married.
Well, I think the dress will work just as well on someone else.
Yes, I'm sure it will. Ridge, do you remember what we were talking about a month or so ago?
Talking about a month ago. What?
Remember? You made me a promise. You said that we could sit down after the fall showing and talk about a wedding date. Well, I just happen to have my little handy date book right here. And this wonderful bottle of champagne. So, what do you say? Do you want to talk about a date?
Todd, let's talk about this hypothetically just for a moment, all right? If Angela were recovering, how would you explain that?
I wouldn't.
Because there is no medical explanation.
No, I didn't say that.
What are you saying?
That it would be so unlikely as to be considered a medical anomaly. Stephanie, these things happen from time to time. We've all seen them. But we have no explanations for them.
You don't believe in miracles, do you? Neither do I. I don't. But I went to church today. And I prayed. I prayed to God that He would give me a miracle. I know I'm no different than any other mother anywhere in the world that's had a baby that's been afflicted like she's been afflicted. And you spend your whole life praying and hoping and searching for some kind of a change. Some kind of a change that you know is against all odds, that you know is absolutely, virtually impossible. Did you see that? Did you see that? What does that mean?